So we got it running. We got it running. We had to break our file down a little bit. It was a little bit too much. Um, After evaluating the data, what is your conclusion? Based on the information provided in the four files, it appears that there is some confusion and disagreement about the accuracy and usefulness of certain data related to a progressive income tax in a city. Some people believe that the data is useful for making informed decisions, while others are skeptical of its accuracy and usefulness. It is not clear from the information provided what the specific concerns are or what the best course of action would be. It may be helpful to gather more information and clarify the issues before making a conclusion. So, I have certainly pissed off the AI here. We're it's not happy. It is not happy. Tell me more about the work. It's not Sin City. It's I can tell you it's not Sin City, but good job, good effort. Um, the AI is definitely pissed at me. Look at this. It just like the person in question is a young man who has been attempting to determine his age. The person has been questioned about his age and has been asked if he has spent a significant amount of time in a particular location. The person has been involved in a case where someone has been accused of a crime and has been asked to provide information about the case. The person has been involved in a case where someone has been accused of a crime and has been asked to provide information about the case but has been hesitant to do so because of concerns about their own safety. The person has been involved in a case where someone has been accused of a crime and has been asked to provide information about the case but has been hesitant to do so because of concerns about their own safety and the potential consequences of their actions. The person has been involved in the case where someone has been accused of a crime and has been asked to provide information about the case, but has been hesitant to do so about the concerns of their own safety and the potential consequences of their actions, as well as concerns about the accuracy of the information they have been asked to provide, etc., etc., etc. And it ends with repeating. This is how you know. This is how you know. Because I ran that shit until it repeated to begin with. And now this thing is just like, what are you talking about? I love it. I love it. It's great. Told me a story inspired by one of the sets of data. Once upon a time, there was a man named Duct who received a set of text files from an unknown sender. The files contained various pieces of information that seemed to be unrelated at first glance. However, as Duct read through the files, he began to see patterns and connections between them. The first file, 8316, mentioned a history project and a pitch that wanted to lead 2 contracts. The second file, 6432, talked about a live band in a school that was set for cents. The third file, 4251, mentioned an older man and his work, while the fourth file, 4543, spoke of a woman and her votes. As Duct continued to read through the files, he began to see they were all connected in some way. The history project and the live band were both related to a school, and the older man's work was mentioned in the context of the woman's votes. The woman's votes were also connected to a dumpster and a ball mode 7.7. Duct was intrigued by the connections between the files and decided to investigate further. He began to research the topics mentioned in the files. As he delved deeper, he uncovered a fascinating story. It turned out the man who had sent the files was a historian who had been working on a project about the history of his school. The live band and the school were both connected to a famous musician who attended the school many years ago. The older man was a professor at the school who had been working on the musician's biography. The woman mentioned in the files was a journalist who had been covering the musician's life and career. She had uncovered some controversial information about the musician's past, which had led to a feud with the school. The dumpster and the ball mode 7.7 were related to a scandal that had occurred at that school many years ago, which had involved the musician and the school's administration. Duct was amazed by the intricate web of connections between the files and the stories they told. He realized that even the smallest pieces of information can be connected in unexpected ways, and sometimes all it takes is a little bit of investigation to uncover the bigger picture. What is the most interesting file to you? That might have broken it. I broke it. It's thinking too hard, man. I mean, it is digging through 1,000 pages of information, so, you know, it's going to be heavy. It's going to take a minute. I think we broke a little bit of ground. Let me see if I can get a second. Let's see if I can get a second one up here. That might be too heavy of a question. I believe that this question might be too heavy. Only one way to find out, you know? Let it do. Check, check, and test. All right, we're in. Based. Really? That's the evaluation. Okay. Oh, based on the given context information. It appears the file in question is related to a report or study on a specific topic. The file contains information about a survey or investigation that was conducted, as well as some analysis or recommendations based on the findings. The file also mentions the involvement of a team of experts or professionals who conducted the study. Overall, the file seems to be a valuable resource for understanding a particular issue or problem and for making informed decisions based on the data and insights presented. So I'm asking what actions were considered. Oh, all right. So, based on the given context information, it appears that several actions were considered in relation to the situation described. Here are some of the actions that were mentioned. This might just be too heavy to stream. You know, it's not this bad off stream, so I might have to do this series in just like Instagram posts or something, you know. So